I made a video earlier today saying the markets went from bad to worse. Well, you just went from worse to holy shit. It's official. Israel just launched a surprise attack on Iran. This is potentially a black swan event. We'll get into the latest details that we know. This is very early in this attack. Just really the first couple of explosions. There's likely going to be a bigger follow-up to this. So keep in mind, this is probably just one update of many more to go. And I'll share with you what we know so far. Keep in mind, images, videos, or different posts are subject to be incorrect, and you're just now starting to see financial media, or really just media in general, like Fox and CNN, go over this situation as well. So I'll give you the latest here in this video and talk about implications to the markets. It was not expected that Israel was going to launch any kind of attack during Passover. That seems to have been a bluff after all. And unlike the other attacks, there was no warning that we know of, at least. We didn't get a warning that Israel was going to attack. Looks like there is another explosion that has been heard in Tabriz, Iran. Israel is reportedly targeting their airbase that was used in the Iranian attack on Israel. And here is some of those rumors. I'll just say it for what it is. Let the rumors kind of, calm down a little bit. But Matt Wallace here on X, he has 1.7 million followers, so a relatively large following here. It says World War III alert, Israel just launched a massive attack on Iran and is rumored to have hit critical nuclear facilities, which could cause radiation to leak out into the world. According to this X account, they say that the IDF seems to have hit an early warning radar battalion in southern Syria. So this is where if you're going to launch a large-scale attack, you don't want necessarily to see your enemy coming from a super far distance away. So you take out the essentially radar that you would need to see a squadron approaching. Yeah, you get a lot more of that element of surprise. Joe Trusman says it wouldn't surprise me if radar sites are being eliminated to make way for something bigger. And I'm telling you, this is like 20 minutes into the first report of this attack, and I'm sure there's going to be something else to follow this up with. Keep in mind, Iran has been warning, I guess, if you will, threatening is probably a better word, to retaliate much larger than they did before. And it appears as if, as that ABC clip was going on to say, that Iran has been getting bombers from different countries, Russia most notably, to actually be able to fly over Israel at high altitudes and drop bombs on them instead of getting all of their ballistic missiles and drones intercepted. And that's really the thing that could cause this to go to the next level. If Iran retaliates back, that's a mess. And it looks like that might be starting. This video is reportedly from Isfahan, Iran, documenting anti-aircraft firing. And you could see that a little bit more in the beginning. I don't know why none of these videos want to load. But you can't really see too much. You do see a couple, dots of light up here. Looks like it could be, anti-aircraft fire. But from what we're hearing, Israel's not actually flying over Iran. They're just getting close and then launching missiles from fighter jets. And apparently just minutes after the strike started on Iran, Iran clears their own airspace, and you can see all of the planes being directed around Iran. This post said Iran has promised an intense and brutal response to any attack on Iranian soil by Israel. Multiple reports and U.S. officials have confirmed that the IDF has hit a site inside of Iran. Just moments later, Iran cleared the entire airspace and redirected all planes away from missile launch sites. This situation's going to get much worse. Futures are currently down almost 2% right now, and oil is up almost 4%. I'll go over the financial implications of what we're seeing here, and if this could be the start of World War III. I think it's also important to point out that Iran's military response, quote unquote, will be immediate and at a maximum level if Israel attacks, according to the Iranian foreign minister. So if they hold true to their threats, there's going to be a larger conflict now. We'll see what happens. Here is a brief kind of overview of what we know so far. Israel has taken out early detection systems in Syria. A lot of people are speculating that this is because a larger wave of attacks is coming next, and judging off of what we have heard from Iran recently, if you're going to attack Iran, you gotta do it at quote unquote a maximum level. You gotta take out their capabilities, or there's no point in attacking one or two sites. This situation's probably gonna get worse. I think you can make that reasonable assumption. Anyways, Israel has taken out early detection systems. You'll want to be watching this situation over the next couple of hours. And they have attacked two different areas, what seem like military bases, but some people are rumoring as nuclear facilities in Iran. We don't have much detail on what's actually hit. Obviously, if there's any casualties, it's way too soon for that. This is preliminary information. But we do know that Iran has shut down their own airspace, so there's no more planes flying above Iran, and that's presumably to shoot down any enemy planes above them or to launch a counterattack against Israel. You want to have a free and open airspace to do so. And that's really all we know right now. I'm sure we'll get more updates, and I will bring those to you when I get them. But I think it's reasonable to say most of you guys watching this video are investors in the markets, because that's clearly what we focus on here on this channel. And there is huge implications financially for what we are seeing tonight. Now, as far as financial implications of this, you can see the NASDAQ futures are currently down 1.64%. So this is a very big deal. And it comes after a bad time, after you've seen ASML, TSMC, Netflix all fall after earnings. Now you have this to add on to it coming tomorrow morning. You can see oil is up about 3% as well. That's very inflationary. And if there is truly a financial impact due to this situation, it is in oil. The Strait of Hormuz is something that is deemed the most important by far waterway for oil. It's controlled by Iran, right? This is Iran right here. I don't think I can zoom into this very well. A little bit. Look at that. There you have Iran. Here's the Strait of Hormuz. Over 30% of the world's oil supply flows through here every single day. This is of oil tankers, right? And this is a big choke point. If there were to be a larger conflict, it's kind of like the Red Sea situation. You thought that was bad for shipping, right? Ships not wanting to go through the Red Sea and having to go around the Horn of Africa. Just imagine what would happen if ships don't want to go through the Strait of Hormuz. What do? Go through Saudi Arabia? Probably not. It becomes very, very problematic. Problematic not only for inflation, but it also becomes problematic for the economy. If you do see what's called an oil price shock, where you do see oil go up, which leads to sometimes a rapid rise in gas prices. Same was true during 2007, 2008, when oil parabolic. It went from $100 a barrel in 4 months to $140. That's when gas was $5 a gallon back during this time, and inflation adjusted, $5 in 2008 is like $9 today probably, right? So you can definitely see gas go up at the pump, and that's a problem for economic activity. It could actually be a reason for the Fed to start cutting rates big time. If you're seeing energy, gas costing more for families, that can sometimes be the straw that broke the camel's back. Keep in mind, just for a moment, and then we'll move on. The Fed, their tools are really good for mortgages, lending products, autos, right? To slow down those areas of the economy. Really lending, anything that has to do with lending. It's really bad at, not allowing people to, have financial free will to go to dinner with their family, or to not go see that Taylor Swift concert or that new film. The Fed raising rates does not influence any of those other things. The price of gasoline absolutely does in a huge way. So it can be a big drag on economic activity, and that's why the markets can react to this a lot more than even the whole Russia-Ukraine situation when that happened. Now, if you've been in the markets recently, you know the markets are already pretty weak. So this, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is the straw that broke the markets back. So let me know what you guys think about all of this information down below in the comment section. Hopefully this is not the start to World War III, but it's definitely not looking so good here in the first 45 minutes or so of this attack. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.